One morning in a park called Lodi Estates. Prabhupada liked to go on a walk every morning, and he'd walk around these ponds, what they call a pukur or a tank. Sometimes they're full of lotus flowers. Very narrow passageway. We're all like walking single file. And Prabhupada went over this bush that had like jasmine-like flowers on it, or plumeria that time, and like plucked some flowers. I mean, he just did this. He's walking with his cane. He had this very aristocratic, royal look and movement about him. And then he leaned over and he plucked it, and he went and plucked another flower, and put it behind his ear, like that would cool his brain or something. And he has these two flowers. And then we all like jumped on, now we're authorized. That's how we think. Probably now we're authorized. We're ripping flowers, and we're walking. And so you see, it's like the swan and the swanlings. You know, he's walking on, and you see the single file devotees, everyone has two flowers behind them, walking like this. And he stopped beneath this one tree, big tree, and just sitting there. He's not, this one morning, not talking. Now we're all sitting, and we thought, oh, it's like we read in the Vedas, the Guru and his disciples beneath the tree in ancient India. How, the tree could have been there for thousands of years, as far as we know. Sukartal is outside of Delhi, where the Bhagavatam was spoken. We're just thinking how fortunate we are here with our Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, underneath this tree in ancient India, the land of Krishna conception, Radharani Brajagopi is everything. How fortunate we are. But Prabhupada, his grave, not speaking. And some men went by, and Prabhupada looked up. They're on their morning walks, and Prabhupada said, "Oh, I think I know that," and went back to silence. And then I thought, it seemed like Prabhupada wanted to have some interaction with them. So I paid my dandavats. I ran off to those men, because by that time they'd gone away, and I said, "My Guru Maharaj says he knows one of you." And he said, "Oh, I saw him at the Delhi Pandal, this big Krishna conscious program, 40,000 people." And I thought, "Oh, you must be the person." And then another man said, "Oh, I used to have a printing press in Delhi, and he got some paper from me for printing his, Bhagavatam books." So how these things connect in time. Oh. And then the one man said, I had my hand in my japa bag, and one man said, "Why have you come to India? For peace of mind?" Like that. I was going, "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna." And at that time, Prabhupada was translating the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, whereas the Prahlad Charit, the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. And he was regularly speaking about these things also. So we're hearing him constantly preach about Prahlad Maharaj. Matirna Krishne paratatsvatoba mito vipadyeta griha vratanam adanta gobir bisitam tamisram punat charvita charvananam. Matirna Krishne paratatsvatoba. You won't get Krishna consciousness by your own endeavors or making a group of people like yourself. Right? Vox populi is not vox dei. Nishkinchana namna vernitanya abhishek. You need to get the mercy of the lotus feet of a devotee. That's the only way you'll get it. So, you can chant Krishna Nam till you're blue in the face, but that won't be your swarup. You have to go to the authorized agents of the Absolute. So anyway, and where Prahlad saying, what is it, Naivo Dvijay Paratara, where he's feeling some empathy for those who are suffering in this world. So the man said, why have you come to India? For peace of mind? And I said, no, I can chant Hare Krishna. I don't have any problem. I have peace of mind. I said, but the reason I've come to India is to give you peace of mind. And they all went, oh, Baba! You know, they're all like delighted to hear it. We know India is one of the greatest places in the world to preach Krishna consciousness. So they're happy. All their heads are tilting together. You know, Hare Krishna. So then I went back to Prabhupada and like prayed my Dandavat. And he's still, no one's talking. That particular morning, he just was not in the mood to speak. So everyone's like, shh. And he looks over to me, and I went, Srila Prabhupada? He's like, yeah. And I said, those men, I went to see them. One man said, he met you at the Delhi Pandal. Oh, that is not the man. I said, well, there was this other man who said for the printing of your books, like your Bhagavatams, you bought paper and maybe print. That is the man. And I thought, oh, like Prabhupada's happy with me, you know. And then back to total silence, you know. And I thought, all right. Then I thought a little bit longer. Then I went, you know, Srila Prabhupada? And he looked up like, this better be good. You know, and I said, they asked me why I've come to India. And now he's like, he got all of our views. And he's like looking, eyes getting a little bigger. And they said, did you come to India for peace of mind? His eyes are getting bigger. And I said, I'm recalling what you're telling us, the teaching of Prahlad Maharaj. And I said, I can take Krishna Nam. I have peace of mind. I said, but the reason I've come here is to give you peace of mind. And Prabhupada said, you said that? And I'm like, oh no. I was like, yes, I said, you said that? And I said, yes, I said that. And Prabhupada said, this is preaching. This is Krishna consciousness. And really, it was like we hear the Samsara Dava Nalalita Loka, the cloud, like shower of nectar came down from the sky, inundating me. Later, my God, they're like touching me and saying, "Whoa, Prabhupada gave you some mercy this morning, huh?" And I'm like, but he could do that. Just by that, he's saying, this is what preaching is. I mean, to give it to others. You already have connection with Krishna consciousness now, and we wish you well and hope it, will go far. But all we ask of you is you'll give it to others. And as Gurudev said, if I have 5 rupees and I do a 5 rupee, whatever you've got, extend it to the person next to you. Right? He said, the little girl, Saraswati, she would go up to people and say, do you know who is Krishna? They go, no. She goes, Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is preaching. So, Srila Guru Maharaj would add to that. He'd say, so your duty is to extend Krishna consciousness to others. And he said, and not anything less than was given to you. That's also there. That means you're going to have to think about it carefully, especially in terms of reproduction and representation. Not anything less than was given to you. You must give fully what was given to you to others. And so, that by that transaction, Vilasatu Hridi Nityam Bhakti Siddhanta Vani, that's what was animating Srila Prabhupada to extend Krishna consciousness to us. That's what was playing the voice of Saraswati Thakur, playing eternally in the heart of Srila Guru Maharaj, and him extending Saraswati Thakur's conception and treasure, inconceivable treasure and wealth to us. And the same voice playing in the heart of Srila Gurudev. mercifully, very affectionately, tolerantly extending the same conception to us and all others. And then his followers, our God brothers, God sisters, the present acharyas, they're also doing that, sharing, extending Krishna conception to others. So we're like that clay, lifeless clay, but coming in connection with the lotus feet of Sadhu Shastra Guru Vaishnava. Something valuable has been infused within us that we can reasonably extend or share with others. So that's our hope, it's our aspiration that we can become useful in the service of the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga. And we know with Srila Guru Maharaj, such high things he's giving, and he told you like to, in a small circle, share a high thing. We don't pretend that we know that, or that we fully understand that. As Gurudev would sometimes say when he was on, he'd say, I am not perfect, I am a fallen soul, conditioned soul, no doubt, but my Guru Maharaj, he's perfect, and he's told this or he's told that. When Mahaprabhu is in Sanatan Shiksha instructing Sanatan Goswami, and he's saying that Sanatan Goswami, after 60 explanations of the Atmarama, says, this is divine, this is not human, this is not human intellect, this is divine revelation. You are Krishna. And Mahaprabhu said, Sanatan, why are you giving so much praise to me? Don't you know, every word of the Bhagavatam is infinite. Every word is full of Krishna. And he's the Aham Vedmi, Sukhaveti, Vyasaveti, Naveti Ba. He said, actually, quoting the sloka where Shiva says, I know the meaning of the Bhagavatam, Sukadev knows the meaning of the Bhagavatam, and Vyas may know or not know. I said, well wait, Vyas wrote the Bhagavatam. Saying the author may or not know. The medium may or may not know. He said, I do not know everything that's passing through me. But what I do know is that Krishna wants to grace you. That much I know. Krishna wants to grace you through me. So many things are passing through me to you. That much I know. But the full extent of what that is, the full understanding, that I don't know. It's beyond me. So we've come in connection with something, the most valuable, inconceivably valuable thing. We try to represent that from time to time according to our ability, our capacity. But we don't, and happily, we don't know the full extent of the wealth of our Guru Varga. But we do have this confidence that what they're given, there's nothing higher than this. It's infinitely beautiful, sweet, charming, worth dedicating every atom of one's life and existence and energy and service to. That we're certain of. So we're, more than happy and pleased to come in the connection with the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga, Radha Govinda, in the form of Krishna consciousness movement as extended to us by our Guru Varga. Hare Krishna.